favorite radio station.
This is Afro Vibes Radio Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Good afternoon, world. Good afternoon, Houston. Good afternoon, America. Good afternoon, Mexico. Good afternoon, London. This is a T Club on Afro Vibes Radio. My name is Heaven Mozart. I'm in the building today. I got celebrity. I got status in the building. I got Queen Ajna, the great. Queen Anja Surah in the building. That's right, from the healing place, Houston's finest. That's right, stand up. I got beautiful ladies in the building. What's up, Queen Ajna? How are you?
Blessings to you. I'm very well. Thank you for asking.
Thank you very much. I also got Atanda with the Thunder, my beautiful co-host, Jasmine Flowerboy, and I got Vakara in the building. Vakara, what's up?
What's up?
Not much. You got to talk into the mic, mommy.
What's up?
Welcome to the T Club. Welcome to the T Club. That's right. Queen Ajna from the healing place. Yes. Inspirational speaker, inspirational teacher, motivational speaker, social media influencer.
Yes, I am.
You do it all.
I do it well.
You do it well. That's right. She's a blessing. Thank you for coming to the T Club.
Thank you for having me.
So, just for my notes, do you live in Houston?
I do not live in Houston. I frequent Houston often. There's a lot of members of our community that reside inside of Texas, Houston in particular, and we're in the process of purchasing our first wellness community center, and we're looking at space in Houston. So
good. Well, I know you're here for business. This is a business lady. She's an inspirational teacher. She helps you young ladies and young men like me get our mind right. I don't think there's any turning back from me. I'm
sure?
This is a lost hope, right? But for all you people who have hope,
oh my,
Queen Ajna is the one for you. That's right. She's in the building today. But Queen Ajna, we have a tradition over here on the T Club, just so you know. All right? The tradition is, ladies, we grab our cups. And Queen Ajna, do you solemnly swear to spill the whole tea and nothing but the tea on the T Club? That's right. I love this lady already. Jesus Christ. Cheers. Well, cheers, salute. Jesus in it. So, thank you. Obviously, I think your public relations officer reached out to me and said, you're going to be in town. Told me that you have a new book coming out.
yes, I do. Hurt to help.
Here to help.
Hurt to help. Like it's about
Hurt to help.
turning all of your hurt into help as you navigate through your human experience. And it's a healing guide, not necessarily a book. It's a guide for you to literally look into, identify what stage you are in your life as far as pain is concerned and how to recover from that stage.
So most of the people that you deal with, like your goal in life, is it to help people who are currently in pain?
My goal in life is to assist people however I can with realizing that if they are in pain, they don't have to stay in pain, and to prevent them from being in situations that can cause them to have to endure agonies.
So most of the time, are you people that reach out to you and that want to work with you, they're already in some kind of pain?
Yeah, in one way or another, yeah.
Do you deal with like issues revolving around psychological pain,
psychological pain,
physical
financial pain, spiritual, mental, physical ailments, like whatsoever you may be at in your life, depending upon where you want to be from that stage, you will occur some challenges, and I just help people navigate through the challenges with integrity and show up whoever you are. And if you don't like who you are, let's discover and let's become somebody worth being, so that you can show up in your own life unapologetically. So that's what we do in the healing place.
Like
So
a
is this
mentor.
similar to like therapy?
Yeah, it would be. It could be considered unconventional therapies of sorts. Life is therapy. You can talk to your best friend and it can be therapy. You can talk to your mom and it feel like a therapeutic session. So
So you're more like a mentor.
in a way, yeah, or just a guide of sorts. If you allow me to walk with you, not even to take you any other place outside of where you want to be, but in order to get to where you want to be, we have to discover where you are.
Yeah.
So just to get people comfortable enough in their life to be honest with themselves is what I am effectively a master at this hour, and I'm grateful.
So making people get down to the nitty gritty of what is going on.
Yeah, like for real.
Like, yeah, because people don't like to admit what's the problem.
Indeed.
And you do that. It's amazing.
So how's your journey been so far? Like your journey towards being an inspirational teacher? Like
Tumultuous. It's been very interesting. I
Speak
use
on
my
that,
life
please.
as the catalyst. Like my entire life has prepared me to be able to assist people, so much so that people would come to me for assistance before I was willing to take on this assignment. And I would be like, yeah, okay, now go and take this into consideration, or maybe you should try this, and it would work, and they would come back to me, and then they would come back with a friend. And so it kind of, this life really chose me. There was no escaping it.
Brilliant.
I have a question.
Yes.
So earlier you said that it doesn't really have anything. It doesn't matter what your religion is. So I'm a Christian. Have you dealt with any Christians having an issue?
Shout out to all my Christians
Yes.
and my Muslims
With your, like,
and my pagans
Sir,
and my Buddhists.
what would be like their biggest issue with it, with your teachings?
Well, when we go into identity of self on a very holistic level, and you have to confront the fact that the voice that you hear in your head when you pray is yourself. And hypothetical situation would be someone saying like, I prayed to Jesus for some money, and then I was given the opportunity to work overtime, and then I worked overtime, and I thank God for giving me that money. And I'm like, but did you work the overtime, or did God work the overtime to get the money? So it's like those types of very controversial things that dig at the core principles of a reality of where one stands. It's just like religion in itself, Christianity in particular, is a baby.
Speak on it.
It's very and so keeping that into consideration when we go back to ancient teachings and Kemetic teachings and things of that nature, at the depth and the core of who we are as a melanated people, it's like, well,
more melanin.
yes, more melanin, the better. And when we have to dig at the core values of like, okay, well, where were we before Jesus? And then what has happened to us as a people after? And is this something that I am in total agreement with, or am I in,
Say it.
compliance under duress because of?
Ooh.
So
But do you try to steer away from religion? Like, do you?
I don't care if it's Jesus.
She doesn't care. She's on fire. She goes right in.
I don't care about what your religion is.
Anything other than
Get out the
shorts.
system now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
She's like, I'm.
He is.
But when it comes to the Bible in particular, like when I would ask questions in the religious teachers that I was sitting under weren't comfortable with answering the question. I'm like, wait a minute, in this book of Leviticus right here, it says if a man sees a maiden walking by herself in a field and he successfully rapes her, he can marry her. They can be his wife. And they're like, but that ain't what it means. I'm like, well, what do it mean then? Well, just explain this to me, because it's very clear about.
It means what I have in my head, which you don't know, but just take it. Just take it. Stop asking questions.
Yeah, and you know what? And that with the Bible in particular, cultivating that type of atmosphere, and it being a history of Christians being the most violent people. Like even Manifest Destiny, as far as the USA was concerned, was like, God told us to kill you if you ain't Christian. It's like, well, what kind of, what's going on?
So do you, like, because some people, they believe.
Salute.
So it's like when people say, well, you don't believe in God, well, what do you mean? Because I don't take accountability to worship your Jesus? Is that what you mean by I don't believe in God? Because I beg to differ, because far before there was a Jesus, your Jesus, approximately 5,000 years ago, if we want to take the calendar into consideration, then we're going to look into what was going on before then, and how did it get there, and how even like the story of the Immaculate Conception, and Jesus, like when I found out, like I stole this information, like Jesus wasn't the first Immaculate Conception in history. Why didn't nobody tell me this?
Yeah, I thought Horace.
Yes. So it's like, nobody told me this. And these are the things that they don't want to talk about. So, like, as far as making Christians uncomfortable, I do have Christians in my community. When those types of conversations occur, I pull no punches, but I let them know it doesn't matter what I say to you, because your sanity is your own. And if living a lifestyle of Christianity keeps you where you want to be in your life, and keeps you sane and healed and healthy and balanced, and you stay at the foot of the cross and don't you move. I don't care what nobody says.
So when did you realize that you were coming into your true being?
I'm still coming into my true being. I'm always discovering these different dimensions and dynamics of self. I had this epiphaneic moment that I didn't have to seek outside of myself for God about 15 years ago, and I've been taking this journey seriously for about 9.5, 10.
So that's hence the reason why you created the Queen Ajna brand.
Yes, because it was like, it created itself. Like, I didn't necessarily call myself Queen Ajna, my community did.
Really?
Yes.
I so link to the
how
community.
Did they choose that name? Wait, so all of
the Queen of the Third Eye.
Name Ajna is who I am, as far as them deeming me like Queen of the Healing Place. That was my Healing Place family.
So when you say community, what do you mean by that? Like,
she's talking about the community
community
of the Healing Place. Like, we're a genuine community. We're international. All the way down to having like subscriptions, and we build together and we bond together. I have a community reserve, for example. Like, people in my community, if you have financial duress of sorts, you can pull into the reserve.
So, like, if I only have like $20 in my bank account,
and you're a member of the Healing Place community,
you will help me out.
And you bet your life on it.
Wow.
I'm going to the healing community, people. Goodbye. Let's try it. I need somebody to take care of me.
No,
Healing
in
place.
real life, like, I buried the parents of members in my community. We paid to keep evictions from happening, both clothing for children, pay college tuitions. I give out grants every month within my community, a minimum of $500 every month. I give out grants to start businesses and stuff. I do right by my people.
And you are how many people strong?
We're a few 100,000.
A few 100,000.
Yeah, she's no joke.
100,000.
You guys can thank me later for bringing Queen Ajna. I'll change all your lives and then get you guys straight. That's right. We're about healing today.
We're gonna be like.
Let's touch. Let's touch. Let's try. Queen Ajna, that's right. Please say a powerful prayer for all of our non-believers out there. That's right.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
That's all I got for you.
Amen.
The Queen has spoken. So how long you been working for the Queen?
Well, it's been since April.
You like her? Is she a mean boss?
I loved her before I became her executive.
Whoa, what made you love her?
I was a member of the community first.
What happened to you that you joined the community?
Well, I found a video that someone else had reposted of Queen Ajna, and the things that she was speaking of in terms of relationships and the desires she had and manifestations for a partner and partnership resonated with me, and I was like, I need to check her page out and find out who she is, because these are similar thoughts and desires of mine that most people think are like crazy or judge me for. So, and then from that point on.
So you were looking for a partner?
No, I was not. However, to come across someone whose thoughts and beliefs resonate with your own when they are non-traditional and unconventional, it means a lot to not just me, but to most of the people within our community. Most of us have ideations and desires and beliefs that are not traditional of most of westernized society on many different aspects, even if we don't share them all across
Jesus,
the board.
are you a teacher too? She's speaking like she... Bro, go ahead, mommy. Preach!
Well,
we're in church today.
That's how I'm here.
Queen Ajna's church, by the way, called the Healing Place.
No.
The Tea Club is now the Healing Place.
They play. They all the time. They say, Queen Ajna, will you start as a church? You start as a church. And I'm like, no.
Okay, but can this be the Tea Club Healing Place today?
Can we Tea Club in the Healing Place?
Yes, this is the Tea Club is now the Healing Place today.
Oh, dear God. Okay,
Yes.
so what y'all want to talk about?
I like, so what we're learning, we're reading this book called Purpose Driven Life. And the goal of this book is you read it for 40 days, and after the 40 days, you know what your purpose is.
Yes.
And we're already on the 8th day, and the main thing is it's not about you. So the reason for us being here, it's not about me, it's not about my wants, it's about the will of God in my life and why He created me. Because I know you said like some of the stories in the Bible, you questioned it, but I'm going to use the Bible. I'm going to pull from the story of
all
Moses.
of them.
So
yes.
Moses was a stammerer, and he was a stutterer, and he was also originally an Israelite, but he grew up an Egyptian, thinking he was an Egyptian, and he grew up as the prince. And when he left Egypt and God apparently met him in the wilderness, he told him that you're going to go back and you're going to ask for the king to let the Israelites go. And his main thing was, I'm a stammerer. I can't speak in front of people. How am I supposed to lead? That's not who I am. And what we learn is that God takes our disabilities and He makes them our abilities. So when it comes to like teaching people and they want to know like, Queen, what's my purpose? Would you agree that somebody's purpose is not about them? It's about like the will of God in their life, or is it like a different?
I would say that because I do good questions like that, and I can't tell anybody what their purpose is. But what I do instruct my healing place family is to, if you follow your pain to your purpose, and then you work your talent in the process, and you keep your integrity intact, you will manifest your greatest destiny. So where are you hurting at?
Yeah.
I think your purpose is directly correlated, directly connected to where you feel the most pain.
I feel like a lot of people, they don't know where they're going until something happens to them. Like, a lot of people are inside the world. It's just like they're just living until something dramatic or something tragic happens in their life, and they're like, okay, I gotta make a change. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what, you know.
I've had those types of experiences on my journey. I've literally
not everybody's like that.
Tried to, like, my life is really tumultuous. It's a very interesting thing. So as I instructed earlier today, I have written a healing guide. It's written, and
can we get some healing guide books, please?
Yes, we
Please.
actually can.
Yes.
So what I will do is I will make sure that my executives get some healing guides up here.
Thank you. The healing place. Bring us healing guides.
But in real
I need to
Heaven need
heal.
about 3 of them.
But I talk about that. I talk about how your life often has everything to do with you and nothing to do with you at all. So it seemed like all of these unfortunate events that I experienced in my life, these detrimental things that I had to overcome, ended up being the very ingredients that I needed to implement into the Healing Place family so that I can directly relate to my community through genuine empathy and not sympathy, because I don't feel sorry for anybody.
Jesus! Shooting shots! She's not sorry for you. Fix your life.
Like, you got to do the work. That's something that we live by in the Healing Place family.
Well,
We do the
yeah,
work.
I feel
That's why we
that.
reap the benefits.
I feel that. Like, you can't baby anybody. You have to help them get through it. And by getting through it, they have to deal with it.
And you got to be honest, and that's what we do in the Healing Place. So that's why I protect my community with such a vengeance, because it is such a sensitive place. It's a place where people are honest about things that they never were willing to say out loud before, and a place where you can demask yourself.
So
And-
where do these events happen?
Well, we just had a Healing Place transformational gathering, a retreat, in about 3 weeks ago in Orlando, Florida. It sold out. It was an amazing experience. And throughout the duration of life, I'm going to do 2 a year, one for youth, 16 to 25. And then I'll do family retreats also, where you grow and evolve with your children. And that is the epitome of breaking generational curses to me. Like love and light outside of the lines and the confines of the things that we were taught. And we go back to the things that feel good and natural to our souls. And that's what we do.
I mean, it looks like the healing place is extremely successful. Like, what's been the journey to create the business of the social service that you're actually providing with the healing place?
It was a lot of tears. It was a lot of tears. What we do in the Healing Place is we take our hurt seeds, everything that brings you pain, and you plant them deep into this fertile soil of your life. And we grow help trees and we share our fruit with the world. So it's like, are you willing to take your seeds and plant them deep? And that's a process. That's a gardening process. First, you have to cultivate the seed, and then you have to till the ground, and then you have to dig in the soil, and then we water it with our tears, and we shine light on it in love. And then when the fruit comes, I have enough to bear and enough to share with you. And so, like, my healing tree may not be the same as yours, and yours may not be the same as mine, but there may come a time where I may need some fruit from your tree when you share with me. Through your life experiences, through your power, through your strength, whether it be on any level, spiritual, mental, financial, emotional. If we can assist each other, that's what we do. So,
I just want to point out, I don't know about you guys, but like I've been sitting here, and I will say I am somebody that studies the Bible daily for my Christians out there.
Yeah.
And I've been sitting here, and I have just felt a sense of peace in my spirit. And that's a really good thing.
Now let me shake it up. Fire! Disaster!
Very, very interesting.
Yeah, same.
well, blessings to you, Queen, because I come in people. I'm always prepared for war because life has been a war. What I've learned how to do is I defend my boundaries. That's where the war comes in. So it's like I find this place in my life that needs healing. and then I heal it with integrity. And then after I heal it with integrity, I defend it to the death of me if necessary, because I don't want to have to go back here and heal again. And I keep that same position with my community. Like, people come in and they are victims of life, from molestation to abortion to incest to alcoholism, addictions that they have themselves, things that other people have inflicted upon them. And here they come, like, I'm ready to be a better version of myself, and I'm ready to get honest, and I'm ready to get real. Will you help me? Yes, I will. So now that I say, yes, I will assist you, and I'll give you a community where you can do this, that doesn't care about the color of your skin or your sexual preference or your religious preference. Now I got to protect you. Because out there in the world, out there in Babylon, that's all they care about, is what you look like and what God you pray to and why you feel the way that you feel and what you got going on. I don't care what that heart do, what that soul do. You ready to evolve? You ready to grow? Well, I welcome you to the healing place.
So what's your journey been like? I mean, through social media. I mean, I know you're...
It's interesting. It is very, very
Because you're influencing a lot of people on social media.
Yes, but I have literally like blocked 15,000 people.
Jesus. That's why I have to friend request you. I'm like, why do I have to friend request this lady?
In real life.
Why is the queen? Come on, it's heaven.
Because you know what? As I said, I defend my boundaries at all costs. And I cultivated an atmosphere where we don't take shots at each other and we don't talk bad about each other. And even within our
It's a healing place.
I was gonna say that, like, how do you protect the privacy of everyone if they're like giving their testimony?
It is off with your head. You don't come back. I don't care how sorry you are. You got to be ready to die where you at if you violate in the healing place.
Yeah,
Jesus,
because
facts.
we're in a time where people don't care what other people like. If they're pouring out their hearts, I mean, it's cool for the time being, but it's gonna be like later. Oh, did you hear what she said?
Let me find out. Let me find out somebody in our sacred healing place dynasty handling your brother.
That was my main thing. Once you said, like, you let people come and tell their story, it's like very much a privacy thing, you know, like.
And even at our retreat, we just had a retreat, a transformational gathering. Everybody there, because we had people actually take off work for emergency time. And I had a whole section where the cameras didn't film. Like all of these people that came to manifest the best version of themselves and get these healing tools. We had a whole section that was off camera. Everybody who attended signed NDAs.
I was gonna say that you need non-disclosures.
You open up your mouth about somebody that came to the Healing Place retreat and shared something personal about their life. I want the change out of your ashtray. I want everything that you got, your firstborn and your right arm. You will not violate my
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Mom, they shooting shots.
That's amazing. I was just gonna ask you.
She's gonna take your firstborn.
Non-disclosures. That's amazing
That's all
that you do
I
that,
need,
because
place.
people, you can't trust people these days to let go because of, you know, what anybody.
And that's why we
says.
are a global anomaly. Like, we
That's
actually
very
had
good.
6 people come into the USA to attend the transformational gathering.
That's amazing.
So maybe you could help me out. I have a little.
You need help?
I need
Speech.
This is such a small thing compared to, I guess, like what other things could be, but this is a small thing that has bothered me.
At least you got a good hair.
Doesn't she?
Uh-huh.
Amazing, queen. You're going to make me free my afro. I got here to rival your greatest 70 warrior. But let me tell you about this 4C, honey. I will break this shit up and put a wig on every day.
Okay.
Every day.
That's me.
Jesus. Shout out to everyone wearing wigs.
This hair like
If you're wearing a wig, salute to you.
that 4C don't do right. It don't do right.
I'm trying to tell you.
It be like, power to the people. I be like,
Shoot, let's tap it. Let's tap it.
yeah, that's how it is.
Choo-choo.
Honey, it's easier for wigs. Just saying.
It is.
Speak your pain, mommy.
This is my hijab.
This is not
great
even
enough.
like my greatest.
It's very
pain,
beautiful, by the
but,
way, Queen.
So,
Queen Ajna in the building on the Tea Club. That's right. Atana's gonna spill the secret.
like, y'all know it.
Atana's got some pain. That's right. Wait. By the way, that's right. This is not free advice. You normally people pay Queen Ajna to do for this consultation.
Wait, I'm not doing I just have a question.
Okay, let's
I have
go.
a question.
Mhm.
I mean, I figured her services are expensive. Okay.
No, but she's here for us,
I'm here.
and she's here for the audience.
So,
Goddess.
I have, there was a person that I was friends with, and I guess with studying and being close with the Holy Spirit, I believe that treat your enemies with kindness. So when people say bad against me, I don't say anything against them, I bless them.
Okay.
But this particular person, we're in kind of like the same circle, and I don't feel like their intentions in my life are good, but I don't know if I should continue having them around me and just befriend them because maybe they could learn from me, or maybe like there's a purpose. I don't know, but I just want to know, like, should I, at the expense of me getting hurt?
I would never
No.
recommend on any level for any reason that you make yourself a sacrificial lamb for the comfort of anybody ever. Not your mother, not your brother. Nobody.
Don't sacrifice that hair.
And I really mean that. Like, nobody in your life should be more happier than you in your life. Because you do your life a disservice. See, this is your human experience. So if you live your human experience outside of the confines of yourself to bring other people comfort while you're miserable, then what are you living for, Queen?
I guess that's a very good answer. Because I've been alone. It's been bugging.
And it's not to say that you don't.
It's been hurting you.
Like, you don't have to be genuine. I'm not a nice person. Nice, actually, like the etymology of nice means stupid.
Jesus.
Like, it means foolish.
Mommy knows her vocabulary, Queen Ajna, speak!
But, like, so I'm not a nice person. I have no intentions on being nice to you, but I'm genuinely kind when you deserve my kindness. So if you don't deserve my kindness, we have a saying in the healing place that I teach even my children: if you can't be loving, be nothing. If I can't love you, I'm not going to fake and pump fake nice with you. I'm just going to be nothing to you, and you'll be nothing to me, and that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to, like, you don't gotta, when you throw dirt, you lose ground. So you don't have to sling any unnecessary mud.
Yeah.
Unless you feel like it's necessary, because some things deserve to be exposed. Oftentimes we think we're doing the world a favor by not telling about the things that people do to us, and it's kind of like the molester mentality in the melanated community, where it's the uncle in the back room at the grandmother's house touching on everybody, but that's family business. You don't say nothing about that. Some things need to be exposed.
Sometimes you need to shoot people.
Some in the face. So I would love for you to really, like, take it into consideration. You can do a good old-fashioned T-chart. On one side of the T-chart, you can write, these are the reasons why I should remain.
Oh no, I don't need.
Yeah. But with any situation, Queen, like, if you really get to the point where you feel like you need to wager things out, write it down, make it real. It ain't real until you write it. And when you see, like, if the one list outweighs the other, then that's where you make your decision. Right. These are all the reasons I should keep you in my life. These are all the reasons we should make a departure.
Yeah. I guess
A friend analysis.
A friend analysis.
We do cost analysis, economic analysis.
Indeed.
Too much.
But why don't we
Deep
take
down, you know,
inventory
you
on our
knew your
friends?
answer.
I don't know.
It's just, but I didn't know if it was a test to show my character, that at the end of the day,
Yeah.
regardless of how somebody treats me or who they are, my character is still good. So
Well,
I
why
still treat them with goodness.
what wouldn't be good about not being bad to them?
Okay.
And what wouldn't be noble about being great to yourself? You do yourself an unnecessary disservice by trying to be kind to someone who does not deserve your kindness.
I think, Queen, what the problem that we're currently having for melanated people, well, first of all, let me ask this question. What have you noticed that's different in, should I just simply say, in the community of people who are coming to you? You know, maybe I'm thinking that maybe
As
like...
far as complexions, because we have everybody. We have
Okay.
we have a lot of people who are not melanated in our community, and we have a lot of deeply, richly melanated, and we have some in-betweens and some things in there too. And I get very honest about this blackness of mine. Like, don't let this smooth taste fool you. Don't let this blonde wig fool you. I'm all about my people. And I even talk about it, unless you, especially if you are of European descent. Unless you are welcome into the melanated culture of some sort, you have a savagery about you that is deeply rooted.
Jesus.
And there is nothing that nobody can do.
Europeans getting dug out today.
Unless somebody shows you how to love, like somebody that's melanated, that's somebody that's connected to the sun and connected to the earth. Unless they show you how to love, you're going to keep that same Caucasus Mountain attitude that you have, and that's savagery. That is so... They are some savages underneath it all.
Yeah.
So even the people who lack melanin in our Sacred Healing Place community, they disrespect it because they know I'm not lying. I'm not telling you nothing that I made up.
Yeah.
I'll show you the facts. You want to see the receipts on a scientific level. This is what this says about you. Some people were brought here to planet Earth. Some people came from planet Earth. This y'all planet. Y'all came from here. We were brought here. That's why our hair reaches back up to where we came from. So when they get to acting like cavemen, like, it's a certain thing to me. We tell a lot of jokes. We do a lot of joshing around in our community sometimes, and we call it like Caucasian anger and do Caucasian documentation. Like if you got somebody that's after you that's really not handling you right on your job or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
you get to doing Caucasian documentations. You get to writing down times and dates, putting everything in correspondence and email, because that's how they do.
Yeah.
You offend a Caucasian person, they don't want to fight you in the parking lot. They want your job.
Yeah.
They want to know where
Come
you
on.
live at.
Oh my gosh, you know, I have seen an old coworker get fired over $1 missing, and the girl that reported her to her new job.
Yes.
And they were friends.
And that
they were supposed to
that
be friends.
Caucasian
Yeah.
documentation ain't nothing to play with. That Caucasian.
Caucasian documentation.
Let me tell you, because they do things differently. They do things differently. Like in the melanated communities, we're often so concerned about what kind of car Johnny gonna have for graduation. They're like, no, we need a family attorney. It's time for you to be entrusted with this part of the family trust.
Yeah.
We need to take you through these classes. Do you understand who your grandfather is?
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have that. And we don't have it because it was stolen from us
Yes.
and then renamed it as theirs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tea Club. That's right. Once again, shout out to our sponsors today, The Healing Place, Get Out. That's right. And Mayor Sylvester Turner. Queen Ajna from The Healing Place is in the building. She's here with her sister Vakar. Vakar's doing nothing but making videos on her phone. That's right. That's right. She's got a class too in The Healing Place. Atana's got some personal issues she needs to deal with. She's got pain in her chest. Where's the pain? There's pain in the head
All
too.
day.
All day.
Pain in the fingers. Jazz and Flower Boom. That's right. Jazz decided to. Jazz's problem is that she doesn't. She went to Pentecostal school, right? So she doesn't like skirts anymore. She only likes pom pom shorts.
See, she wasn't even listening, and that's good because you play all day.
Jesus in it. So Queen Ajna. So where do you stay right now? You're not based in Houston, right?
No, I'm not based in Houston.
So you're just visiting us for
I'm
today.
just visiting today, but as I said, I've been scouting for land because we're going to build our first Healing Place Wellness Center.
Build it in Houston.
And that's what I'm looking at. It's a lot of land.
We got contacts with the mayor if you need a plug in that,
See how you do? I was just with the mayor of Sunnyside, too. I was just with that queen.
He was here yesterday.
No, somebody else that do a lot of work in Sunnyside that I was with. That Houston is developing. Houston got a lot of good stuff going on.
Most
Yeah.
diverse city
We're
in the
coming
United
up.
States.
In real
It's a
life.
lot of small businesses.
Yeah, we need a
outreach,
healing place
a
too.
lot
You
of
see like all these ladies.
It's a lot of seriously, we have a lot of our community here. A lot of our community here, and there are a lot of women in our community because women outnumber men in life. But
Yeah.
we have a masculine presence in our community. And them brothers be taking their evolution seriously.
I think the issue is I think most human beings who've gone through either Islamic regimen of upbringing or Christianity, I think there's nothing that teaches them how to be a god, a goddess. Nothing telling them that. They're all servants. Serve your master. Have your master bless you. And I think it's hard. I was noticing how you were talking to Atana, you were calling her goddess. You were calling her. I do an event, Afro-Beige, and I refer to when I'm playing, I call everybody all my kings, all my queens. That's the type of vibe that I want. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's been successful. But I think a lot of people don't identify as being gods or goddesses. And I think that's an issue. It's scary. It's now you have to imagine yourself as a god. Can you speak on that? Because I know you identify yourself as a goddess.
Yes, I do. I am a creator, and that's what gods do. Gods create. And
Hence the Healing Place created. Shout out to you,
from
Queen
the dust of
Ajna.
my disappointment.
That's right. I need a VIP pass, by the way.
But I built this community. I built this life from the very dust of my disappointment. And I was just telling somebody last night, it don't matter. Everything is profit. I already won. I started with nothing. Everything is profit. And I tell people all the time, this is the dichotomy of any religious crutch. In order for me to embrace the fact that I am everything that I feel I am, that I'm afraid to be, is I have to take full responsibility of myself. So what do you mean nobody's coming to save me? You mean I gotta save myself? You mean to tell me that I can't just do a little of this and pay a little of that and show up here every week, and no matter what happens in my life, I have somebody to blame it on? If anything good in my life happens, I'm gonna blame it on God. If anything bad in my life happens, I'm gonna blame it on the devil. And people don't realize the way that keeps you codependent upon these entities, taking no real assignment and just accountability for self. And that's one thing that I really enjoy that the Healing Place family embraces is that we go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to have to take it on the chin, it's going to hurt. Or I know that this one ain't going to feel good. Or I may have to endure this karmic retribution for an extended amount of time, but I brought this on myself. And I'm
So
going to learn how
what
to
do you
suffer
say
with
about
integrity.
sexuality?
Love who loves you. Just love them with integrity. I believe, to me personally, there is an androgyny to God. That's why when it talks about a man and a woman coming together, the two becomes one. There is an androgyny to God. When God looks for itself throughout the world, seeking to become one with itself again, when man and woman create. But who am I to tell you that you may not be so much God that you find yourself so attractive that you want to be innate with a divine reflection of yourself, however you are? Who am I to tell you who you can or cannot love? I just ask that you love them with integrity.
And as far as like, I know you get a lot of Christians and
Mhm.
like that, and that's like a big thing for like Christians and
Look, when
sexuality.
people don't know.
As far as like, I'm not saying like gay or straight or something like that. I'm speaking of like.
Shout out to all my gay people,
Hey.
LGBT,
Yeah, we
that's
accept
right, whatever you
everybody.
That
are.
Healing Place will always, always be LGBTQ friendly.
Yeah.
Always.
As far as like, what do we call it in church? No, like when you basically, I can't think of the word right now, but like your desires for sexuality. Like, you know how some people are
Your
very
lust?
sexual. Yes, more so of like lust and like
The
things like
body.
that.
But that doesn't
Like,
have
what do you
anything.
speak like?
Sexuality in
When you're looking for that flesh.
yeah, but
Yeah, like
there's
when you're
nothing
so
more
much
unattractive
into
You like flesh.
than an undisciplined man or woman. So that's not a license for you to be undisciplined. Me
Yeah.
personally, as I manifest the relationship of my deepest desires, I want another woman component to help me raise my children and take care of my man when I'm away doing this work on the international scale.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you for spilling the tea. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up,
No. It
Hold up.
took a nice U-turn.
Hold up.
We follow. Wait.
hold up.
Nobody else to agree with me. I don't ask
So
nobody else.
polygamy.
No. We just want to know.
Like, so polygamy.
Yeah, I would be open to multiplicity in love.
Wait, so is this
That's
like
what I
Willow
mean.
Smith where she says she needs two partner, a female and a man?
No, she wouldn't be my partner. She would tend to my family while I'm away. Because he would be that much God to me that even when I'm away, I want him cared for properly.
Woo.
Wow.
We've got my toes curling. I like that.
Wait, but what about when you're away? Is he gonna have somebody to tend to you?
She didn't talk about that. She's talking about when she's away, there's somebody taking care of her boo.
Tell them again. They be trying to get, look, them conversations ain't comfortable for me and people.
Fire! For fire!
Like
Queen Ajna in the building!
hell?
Yeah!
Oh my
The
God.
healing place! That's right, officially I'm a member.
Oh my goodness.
That's some
But
real
I tell
healing.
people all the time though, even when it comes to religion, like, these are the Christian rules.
Yeah, because you know how Christians are.
Yeah, these are the rules.
Like,
But you
don't
don't have
have
to be a
sex.
Christian.
Yeah.
If you don't like the rules, you don't have to get mad at me for pointing out that you don't like the rules. You can like change. Like, you don't have to be a Christian. baby.
Like
You
some
don't have to be a
people
Christian.
that are Christians, and I know a lot.
Especially Africans.
It's like,
They're scared into you.
Well, you know, I'm a Christian too, so like,
They do.
I'm around a lot of that, and like, it's like, we are all human. We have desires. Everybody want to have sex. You know? It's like,
Yes, everyone likes to have sex. Jazzy, you like to have sex?
This is not about me.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, in general, this is like what I hear and deal with, like, hear
Every
other
day.
people dealing with, like,
Okay, speak on it, mommy.
and they call it demons. Like, if you want sex, or like if you want something,
demon.
or like if you want it a lot, they call it that's just demons.
Yeah, nymphomo. You're
What
a
do you feel
nympho.
about that? Do you ever get that question or
Well,
like?
this is what I would love, because I have people in my community, because I do private sessions where we counsel even children through things. I do family counseling, individual counseling,
And children counseling.
or sessions. I call them sessions because I don't want to get jammed up with the laws of the land. Like, you do counseling, I do sessions. I do sessions,
Yeah.
we just be talking about stuff. But I tell them, like, when it comes down to your discipline, if you cannot control yourself,
Yeah.
that is something different. But if
That's
you,
addiction.
yeah, that's different.
Mhm.
But just because you love somebody and you want to share yourself with them, and you may not be under the governmental thumb of
That's what
traditional
I meant. Yeah.
westernized marriage, do I have to refrain from having sex with you?
Mhm.
And I wouldn't even marry like under the westernized thumb. And it would have to be some serious business where my partner would have to tell me like, look, this is why we're gonna do this on paper. I will not involve the government in my love. Why do you think you're gonna tax my love?
Yeah.
Y'all love each other. Come here to this courthouse so I can tax it. I need to give you you gotta have a certification to love somebody. Are you crazy? If you don't get out of my face. So, that's how I feel about it. So even if I was to do like traditional westernized marriage, it would have to be some business involved. Like it would have to be good for business. Because I don't see how we're gonna love each other differently because we have this piece of paper to please your grandmother. But I've also been proposed to 4 times in this life. 3 of the men have rings in hand. I've never taken a marriage. I've never
Why?
wanted to marry.
Wow.
Why is that? Why have you never taken a ring?
Because
He's not heaven.
Well, you know, I've yet to encounter the energy that I can sheath my sword without surrendering my crown.
Jesus.
And I've yet to encounter the energy that wants to share me and not own me.
Come on.
I don't mind sharing me with you. And it's enough to share, babe.
There's
But
a lot of men
I don't
that-
belong to you.
Yeah. A
I
lot of
belong
men
to
these
myself.
days don't
I'll
know
share
how to
it with
handle
you.
a strong woman. Don't know how to handle.
And a lot of women don't know how to handle strong men.
Men.
Like monogamy for men is even like this don't even exist in no world, but like even in the animal world, the fox is okay. Let's take foxes into consideration.
Shout out to all my foxes.
To all your foxes, the female fox go out and find her another man like that evening. So it's like it's crazy.
In the
And here's the
evening.
thing.
Yeah.
And like even with procreation, like that's just a creation. If I say I want to build up, now keep in mind this: men are already a rarity. And when you tap into a divine God-like energy that is aware and activated in himself, it is a certain type of different discipline type of arena, set apart. Now, I can only procreate 1 time a year. Why would I want you to hold all of that God inside of you to only be able to procreate this version of yourself in a world that needs you 1 time a year? No. We need a business, a family. We need to create this bloodline and make sure that they know that we were here, and then we need to build it upon a legacy to make sure that not only were we here, we ain't going nowhere. To will it to our children's children's children, and I don't see how I can do that. Just being selfish with the dick, like I can't see how I can do that.
She's not selfish with the dick. So what you're saying is that if you were to meet Mr. Right, you're saying that you guys will possibly take another candidate,
Yeah.
female candidate.
It's under the right circumstances, but here's the thing.
Put up!
Here's the thing, in all honesty.
Can I have
'Cause
like
when-
13 kids with the one and
Yeah.
that can
Queen Ajna is all day, man.
I'm possessed.
She gets my love and respect. That's right.
You play all day.
Jeez.
I'm gonna give you some though.
So
But-
Queen
But listen though, but this is the thing, and this is what so many people don't realize when they hear me speak of this way, and a lot of women hear me speak of this way.
they
a lot
lose
of
their
men-
mind.
And then they're like, I can't share no man. I ain't talking about your baby daddy. He barely enough for you. I'm not talking about your
Oh,
husband
shots.
that you're not happy with. I don't want to share him. Don't nobody want him. That's not the man that I think about when I think about a divine God that I desire to worship in exchange for my worship. So like when women be like, I can't, well, I'm not talking about your boyfriend. I'm not talking about your baby daddy. I'm not talking about your husband that you really like only on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not talking about it.
And it's also not okay to judge. Like everybody has their.
And I tell people all the time,
They
like
do.
for men and women, like I encounter male suitors. It's like plain like I do enough. And if that was the case, then I would be contented with that being us. But I wouldn't tie his hands. It's very rare that you can find everything that you need in one place. And who am I to tell you that you are not to be fulfilled in your human experience? Just don't be undisciplined. This don't mean go and get somebody off the street. This don't mean go and do the fool on me and embarrass our family. This means that we'll go select someone and we'll groom her for this position. So
Well, just so you guys
I-
understand. Go ahead,
I
Natalia.
I feel like, but the way you think.
You
is
feel like
for me,
what?
It's flipped. I I feel like a woman needs multiple men.
I will reiterate. It is very
You feel
rare.
like you're a Tana says she needs multiple men.
It is very rare that you get everything that you need in one place.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like, and I've even told, like, I told my ex-lover this, because we had this conversation, and he be all for it until he ain't for it.
It's a lot of selling.
And then he like, I don't know if I ain't really comfortable with that. And I told him, I said, King, this is one thing that you have to be sure of. I would never introduce anybody to our family that wasn't good for our family. I would never just be so undisciplined, like, oh, I want a nut, then he gonna find something. I wouldn't defile our family like that. But if I was to ever implement another energy into our family, they would be good for the family. So if you want to implement another energy into our family, show me how she's good for the family. How do we win with her?
Yeah. Okay.
Show me.
But I think what most people have misconstrued is that I would say that you're enlightened, right?
To a degree, I don't.
Well, your consciousness or your
these
vibrations.
These
So you call
labels
yourself
be-
spiritual or?
Yeah, I don't, Queen, I don't be wanting no labels. Like, I'm comfortable with Queen Ajna, but like all of those conscious labels and like I don't eat meat, but I'm not a vegetarian or a
I was gonna
vegan.
ask you about your diet because I seen you have soul food vegan, and
Yeah.
I wanted to go there.
Yeah, go there. These good people, and it's amazing food, and they're
Back
melanated.
on.
Shout out to Soul Food Vegan. Send us a check.
Shout out
We
to
just
Malik, Soul Food Vegan.
we just shouted you out. Send us a check.
So
And
you
send us
don't
some
eat
soul
meat?
food as well on the Tea Club
In
on
real life,
AfroBuzz.
he need to send y'all some food up here so y'all can shout him out right. He nice.
Bring him.
Yes.
When are you leaving
Sponsorship.
Houston?
When I leave.
No, I'm just saying because we don't want to. You know, we only know, we know you're busy. Yeah, exactly. We know you're busy and you're
But
moving
I'll be
around.
back. I'll be back in 2 weeks.
Come on. So you're leaving today. So we're lucky to get you.
Yes.
She Tea Club.
Hey, Tia, I love y'all.
AfroBuzz Radio. We got it. No, I feel like my search for like a queen really focuses on like how she identifies herself. If she identifies as a woman, I'm not interested. I'm looking for a woman who identifies herself as a goddess.
Okay.
That's the most important
What is the
thing.
difference? Because they be out here capping.
I
They be
don't.
out here saying, I'm a queen, I'm a queen.
God
No,
is
well, I could tell-
Instagram.
I could tell from the conversations
character,
like
yeah.
like I'm not sexually attracted to a woman based off of physique,
Why you gotta
beauty.
point to me?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh.
I mean, don't worry. You know what I mean. I'm attracted to a woman's, the way she her intelligence and the way she identifies herself and how flexible she is.
Conversation.
But if she identifies like you can't do this because, a white man said you can't do this, that's not me.
That's goofy.
Yeah. It's got to be like, I'm interested in what do you see in the stars? Those are the type of things that I'm looking for. I'm not looking for
Where are those kind of women at, do you know?
the healing place.
There it is, right
I
there.
got you. I know what time it is. Jesus. So what's next for the healing place? I know you got to run.
So, I wrote a healing guide, Hurt to Help, Finding Your Healing Place, Volume 1. I'll be going on book tour within the next couple of months. So I may come back if you guys will have me. and
I'll
discuss
have you
with that.
any day of
And
the
I'll
week.
bring you all some soul food vegan, and we can make that happen.
That's true.
And we'll have a youth retreat, a youth transformational gathering come 2020 in spring, during spring break. And then in the fall, we'll have a family transformational gathering. And that's when we just come and we go together and we get honest. And we learn about everything from the stars and the constellations to the food that we put in our avatar to unconventional aspects of spirituality.
The avatar's your body, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just so you know. I can speak on it, Queen, too. But you're the queen of it, so I'll let you do it.
So yeah, that's really what's in store for us as a Healing Place Dynasty. So yeah, we're just growing and evolving, and I got some more. Like I have commerce programs for my community. So you come to the Healing Place, like we have referral fees. You get to the money, and like you not only get to evolve and grow, like you get paid to do it. Like
Wow.
you do recommend somebody and they come and they like jigging with the family, then you get some money on that.
So we just go to your
What's the website?
Yeah.
Ajna's Healing Place, AJNAS Healing HEALING Place PLACE.com, and or you can check out our Instagram, our business page, which is Healing Place Dynasty at The Healing Place Dynasty. Again, at The Healing Place Dynasty. On Instagram, and my personal page is __AJNA Ajna, and I may let you in and I may not.
Jesus shots. It's Queen Ajna, that's right, from the Healing Place, blessing us. That's right, giving you ladies and all you gentlemen, that's right. What's the lowdown, what's the 4-1? Get your spirituality right, get that pain out of your system. Join the Healing Place right now, talk to Queen Ajna.
And may I say goodbye to my people, because we have a saying in the Healing Place.
Let's do it.
All right, Healing Place family, all of you under the sound of my voice. If nobody has told you that they love you today, please permit me to be the very first to say that I love you, and I like you, and I like you. Blessings.
I love you, I like you, I like you.
Close my eyes.
I like you, Queen Ajna. Gee. And you too,
Evan has
Karen.
like the massive crush right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Of course, why would I have a crush? She said,
You have to be a king.
yeah. I mean, I know you guys don't look at me as a king, but it's okay. That's right, because Queen Ajna.
You got
Queen
your,
Ajna, you
got
think
your
I'm a
rough
king?
Areas,
Yes.
but you a king.
You see? There you go. I got certification from a queen.
Yes, evolving king. I need a god.
That's right.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant a god.
That's right. We'll keep it. My name is Heaven. I'm already there, bro.
This was amazing. Thank you guys so much.
We signing out. This is the T Club. Queen Ajna is in the building. She's signing out. That's right. Make sure you follow her. Make sure you follow her on Instagram. Follow. That's right. The Healing Place right now on Instagram. Shout out to Atanda. That's right. My co-host. And that's right. Jazzin as well. Vakara's in the building. That's right. We signing out. That's right. Good night, Africa. Good night, Houston. Good night, America. Good night, Mexico. Good night, China. Japan. Good night. That's right.
The chakra is that.
If you don't know Afrobeats, this was for you.
Yes, they're handy, but it's different. Like
DJ Slide, the unstoppable.
You'll see them doing yoga directly correlated to your chakras. So it's all the same. They just give it a different name. It's like everybody has the different God, but the same devil. Like what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everybody
Don't
has
blow
different
their
gods.
minds. They're not ready. Make them pay
So
for
how you
it.
feel about so vegan and you're not from here?
So Queen Ajna, who you reading right now? Who you reading? What book you reading?
My foundational principle book, I read it, I recommend it, The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. When I was transitioning from Christianity into like embracing genuine spirituality, that's the book that kept me sane as I was deprogramming myself.
Deprogram.
Yes, I needed rules. And rules are for people who don't know what to do. And I needed some rules. I needed some guidelines for my life, but I didn't need them to be in a box or connected to this guy with this name. And the 4 Agreements
The 4 Agreements.
by Don Miguel Ruiz.
Diamond Girl Ruiz. So Queen Ajna, just so I can confirm,
Yes.
because you know I only hang out with gods. My name's Heaven. by the way.
Hey, Heaven.
So you're looking for a god, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
Afro Vibes Radio, the #1 online radio station on the net, reaching over 177 countries around the world. You can listen to Afro Vibes Radio from anywhere around the world. Simply download our app from the Apple or Google Play Store. You can also listen via TuneIn app or visit our website at afrovibesradio.com and listen live.